Hello, everyone. What is up? It is Avery, and welcome back to Teendom Talk Show, the talk show for the kids, the teens, and everyone in between. I hope that you all have had a fantastic week. This is a week of a lot of fun things. I have had a pretty good week. Here in Chicago, the weather has been very, very, very great with the exception of today since it just decided to rain. Almost messed up my hair, but thankfully it didn't too bad. But the weather has been very nice. So I have been in a pretty good upbeat mood. I got some good news today, which was really exciting. I had a huge opportunity to be on Morning in America at the beginning of this week to talk a little bit about my Love Carries On drive, which was a fantastic opportunity. I'm so grateful and thankful and excited that I had the chance to be on there. So that was an amazing start at the beginning of this week. I met so many people there. They were just fantastic. And today overall has been a pretty good day as well. It's just not too much going on. It's a pretty kind of slow weekend, but at the same time, kind of a busy weekend. I don't really know how to call that, but there's just been so many things that have been going on, which is very exciting. Also, happy belated St. Patrick's Day to any of you all who celebrated. I know that it was yesterday. And today also is going to make my week a little bit better because, and more than a little bit actually, like a lot better, because I get to talk to the amazing Mz.Flo, Florence Walker Harris from FloFIYAH. She is an amazing artist, and I first am just so thankful and grateful. I've known her for so long, and she has taught me so much in my life, so I'm so glad that I get to share her with you all today in the Teendom. But before we get started, let's make sure to subscribe, like, hit post notifications, comments down below your favorite dance style. If you have one, is it hip hop? Is it ballet? Are you a bit more into tap? Are you a bit more into ballroom? I know that that's actually someone's favorite dance style, who's someone that I know, which I thought was so interesting. And so just let me know what your favorite dance style is. And also just make sure to share and support as much as possible with your friends and family and do all of that jazz to officially become a part of the Teendom. I'm so excited to have you and thank you so much for tuning in to today's episode. We have a lot in store. And when I mean we have a lot in store, we have a lot in store. We are going to be talking to, like I mentioned earlier, the Miss Florence Walker Harris, aka Mz.Flo. That's what we all call her, and you can call her that too if you want. She is the CEO, creator, and artistic director of FloFIYAH LLC. Let me show you her website really quick. They have been doing so much and have recently just celebrated their very 6th year in business, which is so exciting. I'm so proud for them, so excited, and I'm so glad that I have the chance to speak with her today. Now, she unfortunately cannot be here with us live on the show, but do not worry, I come in clutch, guys. We have a little pre-recorded interview. I had the chance to sit down with her yesterday, actually, and have a chat to share with you all on the Teendom today, so I'm so excited. I don't want to talk too much. I want her to be able to tell her story because Mz.Flo is fantastic. I love her. So let's get into this interview. I'm so excited for you all to meet Mz.Flo. Let's go. Hello everyone, it's Avery here, and today I'm so excited because I am reconnecting with the amazing, fantastical Mz.Flo. She has been a part of my life for so long and helped me get my life at a very, very, very young age. So I'm so excited. How are you today?
I am well today. I definitely was just telling you it's been a really busy week last week, and now I'm just kind of like coming down on off of it and trying to reacclimate my life, but it's tiring. But I'm doing well today. I'm excited to be here and honored, and I want to thank you, Avery, for creating this platform for us all to enjoy.
Oh, thank you so much. So, for those of you all who may not know, I did dance for around 10 years, and Mz.Flo was an amazing teacher, and she taught me so much. But there's so many different things that she's been doing, especially with her company FloFIYAH, which is celebrating its 6th year. That is so exciting, by the way. Congratulations.
Yes.
That is so exciting. So, the first thing
Yeah.
that I want to ask you, because there may be people watching that have absolutely no idea who you are, is who are you and how did you first get into the creative entertainment space in the first place?
Okay, so my name is Mz.Flo, and well, I should say I go by Mz.Flo. And my platform or my business and my company is FloFIYAH LLC. How I got into this entertainment business is because I'm a choreographer, I'm a dancer, choreographer, and I've been doing it for so many years. And I realized that I loved to, and I wanted to get into working with recording artists.
Mhm.
So I started doing some choreography for different recording artists, and I was loving it. And I decided to create a brand that would recognize my mission, my platform, and my artistry.
I love that, and I see the work that you do. It is awesome.
Thank you. Thank you.
So, something that I find that's so cool because I keep up with FloFi's work all of the time. I keep up with all,
Oh, thank you. I didn't know.
and I can see exactly like who you are throughout the work that you do, which is one of the things that I find that makes FloFIYAH so special because you can see you. And something that I want to know is
Hmm.
what would you say was the ticking moment for you in your career that made you like, oh yes, I'm definitely gonna start FloFIYAH? What would you say was an exact moment that made you realize that?
Wow. What was the exact moment? I think it was a collective of moments. I think it was a journey. I think it was a process because I'm really all about the process. I
Mhm.
think that as I began to really invest myself in my choreography, invest myself in working with different individuals, especially recording artists, or just fact that people were asking, "Hey, I have this event. Can you choreograph? I have this event. Can you perform?" I love doing those things. It's funny because FloFIYAH didn't really start off as FloFIYAH. It evolved. It started off as FIYAH Productions.
Oh.
so so it's actually it's 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 funny because I think that it has done a full circle because I'm all about doing productions as well. So it started off as Fire Productions, and then I was like, I don't know if I want that name.
Mhm.
And then it began to evolve, and the team that I had at the time was like, why don't we put Flow in front of Fire, Flow Fire? And I was like, I said, "No, I don't know if I want to do that because that's my name and I don't know." And they were like, "Yes, it's good." So to be very honest, the name Flow Fire took a long time for it to sit with me. It
Mhm.
took a long time because I was just like, why would I want to name my company my name?
Yeah.
But actually, I think it was the best thing that I've ever done, and to for it to really embody and embrace all of who I am and what I want to bring to the world, because whenever I do anything, I bring all of me. And
Mhm.
to have the company start off with FloFIYAH, it's just giving the exact intention that I want to do in every work that I do. I just bring my wholehearted self. So um yeah, I think for me the whole journey of FloFIYAH has evolved, and it's continuing to evolve. It's on this roller coaster that's never ending. It's continuously manifesting itself within the new projects that it brings in, or within the new individuals that partner up and collaborate with the company. So I think it's in a really good place right now.
Oh my gosh, yes. And I love how you touched on the name. I really didn't know that you were a bit skeptical about having the flow in front of it because I feel like it means so much. And I just saw in an Instagram post about like the initials
The,
of FIYAH, and I'm like, oh my gosh. So for so you guys
yeah.
who don't know, so Flo, Mz.Flo. You have Isaiah,
Mm.
we have Elijah, we have Anaya, and we have Harris, which is your last.
Yes.
And
Yes.
those are her children. I think that that is the sweetest thing ever. And I was in the car with my mom when I saw the post, and I'm like, oh, that's so
Oh yeah. And I had no idea that that was going to be a company name. So
sweet.
like I said, like I put in the post, it was originally just so that I can get an email name, right? It was like,
Yeah.
how do I put all of these people together? And my all of my children were born at the time, and then it was IYAH at first. And
Mm,
then I put the F in front of it for me. And then
Yeah.
I was like, FIYAH, oh my God, this is pretty cool.
Yeah.
So then, and that's what I'm saying. This whole thing, this whole process has been a journey, and it continuously evolves because of the passion and because of the heart. You know what I mean? Everything that we do, everything that I do, it's all about making it better and transforming people's lives. However we do this, you know, I think that a lot of times people have one agenda, and I think there's one focus for FloFIYAH is always to elevate, is always to bring the best out of the artist, out of the performer, out of the event, out of the experience. We're always trying to bring the best, not trying, we are always bringing the best. But there's a lot of spokes in FloFIYAH. So we have a lot of things going on in FloFIYAH. But that's okay. That's a good thing.
Yeah, that's a really good thing. And considering that FloFIYAH was first founded 6 years ago, there has been, like you mentioned, there's been a lot of evolution. There are going to be a lot of changes, considering that the company has been in the world for everyone to be able to see and for everyone to be able to experience for so long. What would you say
Right. Right.
what would you say were some of the steps that were taken into first creating this business to be what you envisioned? You already were doing
Huh.
choreographing, you already were helping so many people within the creative space, like you already were in there, but how did you go and transition from doing just that to also creating FloFIYAH in the first place?
Um, well, I such a thought out question that I have to think about. Um, I I think I think I've sort of touched upon it in the beginning. I think that it was for me a central place that people would know this choreography or these dancers, this artist, this production was coming from a central location, which would be FloFIYAH. And I think that we just wanted to bring people together. Which was kind of like evident, whether it's in programming, whether it's in events, we're bringing people together, or if it's a performance, we're bringing people together. And I think that's what initiated the whole. We're going to bring FloFIYAH into existence, and we're going to make sure that everybody understands our mission. And our mission is all about um, fostering the artistic expression through different mediums and making it so that it's accessible and there's an exposure of the individuals that are creating and are always putting things out there. And I just wanted to be in a place that I can empower those individuals, and I can say, yes, okay, so this is your work. We're going to take it to the next level. We're going to take your performance to the next level, or we're going to take this gathering, or we're going to take this class to the next level. So it's always about that.
Oh, okay. So I kind of see kind of the way that your mindset was at the time when first creating it, and how that mindset has of course changed a little bit since you've been in
Yeah.
business for this long, which honestly 6 years is actually a short amount of time,
It
but
it is.
yeah.
It it is. I was gonna say that I was actually like FloFIYAH in itself was has been around for 6 years, but prior to that, I was still choreographing, I
Yeah.
was still doing producing, and then I realized that I was like, I'm doing all of this. I need to put a business to it. So
Yeah.
that's how kind of it started to really manifest itself.
Because it's not like you had been like it's not like you had never been in the entertainment space before. Like no, you knew the game and you've been in it, so you understand
Mhm.
how it works. So I also am just in love with the way that when you created this business, like putting a business to everything that you've already been doing, you've been helping so many people create careers for themselves within the entertainment
Yeah.
space that are beautiful. Like it's a fantastic job. Like seeing all of the artists' creativity, it's just like, oh yeah, FIYAH did this. FIYAH.
I
Like,
like the way you say fire did this.
and something that I also want to know from you is when you started this business, yes, you had already been in this space, but it was something that you genuinely had never done before. It was you were creating this company that was helping other artists, which is something you had done, but not had a business to it, what would you say have been a couple of things that you've learned over the 6 years FloFIYAH has been around that other people could possibly learn from too if they want to create a space like this, or just learn a little bit from you? Because there's a lot to learn from this world.
There's and there's a lot that I'm still learning too. There's a lot. So one of the things I'll say is there's always something to learn in this business. Um, Creating is one thing, but running a business is a whole different story. There's a lot of documentation when it comes to running a business, and making sure that your paperwork is in order is really, really important. And that to me is something that we're not taught. Everyone's like, yeah, you wanna have a cooking show, or you wanna bake. They're like, yeah, bake, but then what's the logistics behind that? Finding your articles of incorporation, just for that, finding the articles of incorporation, understanding what your paperwork needs to be done, and how it needs to be done, and how it needs to be written, your business plan, all of that stuff. And those are the things that I could say to everyone to make sure that they know. And if they don't know, there's so many resources out there, like small business, the small business company. They are always showing and giving out webinars. Go and sit down and listen and learn, because there's so much information, whether it has to do with taxes, whether it has to do with branding, whether it has to do with social media. Those are the things that I am still at this moment doing, because I think that's really, really important. So know your paperwork, know your money, right?
Yeah.
Um, know your money. That's not something. So I'll just say that I wasn't necessarily on that, where that was my focus. And I wouldn't say that because I didn't build this company with that focus. And I understand how important it is.
Mhm.
But I'm telling you guys that even though you have a great heart and you're doing these wonderful companies, and it's all about, humanity, make sure that you know exactly what your money, how it's coming in, when it's coming in, and from where it's coming from. So that is another thing that I would say. The other last thing, I don't know if it's gonna be the last thing, but the last thing I'll say is that follow your passion that will create your purpose.
Ooh,
And there's a lot of times that people are saying, well, I don't know, I love to do this, but I'm not sure, or I want to do this and I want to do that. Breathe, and maybe you could do both of them.
yeah, that's true.
Because if you're passionate about it, because I started this company because I was passionate about dance. But
Mhm.
I don't only have dance. I have a mentoring system, a mentoring program. I do events. I do spoken word, like open souls, open mic. I do other things that's not necessarily dance, but it has an artistic twist. And so for everybody who's out there who would like to do something, and they're feeling like, well, I like this and I like that, figure out how creatively you guys can merge it, because there is a way. And we shouldn't limit ourselves to people saying, you can't do this, or I thought you were doing that, and why don't you just stick to that? I mean, it's not easy. Trust me, it's not easy. But if that is your passion, then create your purpose.
Oh my gosh, that's something like I think that FloFIYAH should probably put that on like a sweatshirt or on a t-shirt or something so I can purchase it.
Okay.
Yeah, so I could purchase it. But that's great advice. And one thing that you spoke to that definitely stuck out to me was the money part, because I feel like if you're starting a business, 9 times out of 10, it's gonna be something that you want to love and something that you want to enjoy. If you start it, you're not going to necessarily want to start it for the money, but the money is such a big part of it because there's so many parts where it can go wrong.
Absolutely.
So
Oh,
it's so important to manage it regardless of like how old you are. Like I know when I started Inspired Melanin, I had to think about with my parents because I like don't have the deepest pockets in the world. Um I had to think about with them like the money behind it, because to actually do projects, that's costly and it's going to come
Yes.
out of the
Yes.
company's budget. And we're
Yeah.
going to have to think about, is this something that we're getting anything back from? Are we willing to do it knowing that we probably aren't going to get anything back from it? Like it took some time to think about those type of things. So I love how you gave that advice, because I feel like that's so important for so many aspiring business creatives to
Yeah.
know and understand. So I love that you touched on that. It just is like, oh my
Thank
God.
you.
That was
Yeah.
such important advice. All of the advice that you gave was so important. And something that I know is, when also doing FloFIYAH, you still had a lot of things that you were balancing as well. You were still doing so much choreography for other companies. You did it for my dance studio. And then you still
Yeah.
also had a family.
Yeah.
Like you are a mother. There are still so many different things that you were doing. How did you balance it all? How did
Oh,
you balance it
I
all?
did it. I did it. I just crawled around. I just So listen, the truth of the matter is that I'm taking every day one day at a time, one step at a time. And you're not gonna be able to d- see yourself. Oh, wait, you're not gonna be able to think that you can do everything
Mhm.
and there not be a snag somewhere. You
Yeah.
understand? So I think that, and I know sometimes when I sit here and I think about the things that I've done, and I'm like, you are absolutely nuts. Just like last week, I closed out two shows in the same week, opened the same week, and I'm working two shows, and I'm like, I wrote and directed one, and I'm choreographing in another one, and I'm saying to myself, like,
How are you
what
doing?
is, and what did you say?
It's almost like, how are you doing? Like, what is wrong with you? Like, what are
That's
you
what I'm
doing?
saying. That's what I'm saying. But I think that for this particular time, everything that I was doing, I wanted to do it. Like this was something for me. This was something, this was mine. This was, and I think I looked at it with a different approach. But just to answer the question that you presented, it's very difficult to balance that, especially um when you have a family, you're raising children, you're trying to start your own business, and you have another job.
Yeah.
Not one, but two.
Ooh, a
Um,
lot. It's a lot.
yeah. I think it starts here. I
Mm,
think it starts here because you have to really believe that you can do it. You really do. You have to believe that you can do it, and then after that, it's just taking one step at a time. I think there was a lot of, oh man, I wish I could have done that better, or I wish I could have done that better. So, because everything is a process, everything is a learning experience. I think this whole thing is a learning experience, meaning life. It's a learned experience. And so, myself being a mother and wife and sister and daughter and working at this studio, working at my other two jobs, I had to learn how to breathe.
yeah.
Just breathe through it all, and then and then close your eyes and make it happen.
Mm. I
And then
I am just like, I'm praying that you get enough hours of sleep, because there are only so many hours of the day. You're kind of like, oh, but one thing
yeah,
that I also just admire is that you know that everything that you're doing it with a purpose. You're doing it
yeah,
because it's your purpose. That's something that you love doing. And if you didn't love it, you wouldn't be doing
yeah,
it. So
yeah, absolutely not.
you can see the passion behind it. And that's something that I really admire. I really, really do. And
Thank you.
considering that, I know that you are one of the most special people. FloFIYAH is one of the most special companies ever. But what would you say, in your own words, makes FloFIYAH so different from other creative spaces out there?
I think that the time that it invests in the projects and programs that it takes it takes up. Like, if I think that we are multifaceted. You know what I mean? We are a company that definitely is based on the artistic expression, but we focus on community collaboration, we focus on relationship building, we focus on development and performance evaluation, performance arts and programs. Overall, like I said before, we're different because we want to um, give people the time to have them be themselves, be their truest self
Mhm.
in anything that they're doing. We want to give them accessibility, we want to give them exposure. Um, One thing I can say also is that once you deal with FloFIYAH, there's a transformative experience,
Mhm.
no matter what. Because what you start off with, however, whatever you're doing with FloFIYAH, you're going to come out of it having a whole different perspective and experience on your own artistry, and also the engagement with others within the community
Mhm.
that we either bring to you or you come to us, you know.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's different because there's a lot of things that we can do as a company,
Yeah.
and we pride ourselves to doing. And that's a gift because it's not just one thing. And no, like there's a lot of people that do one thing that's great, and I think sometimes, why didn't I? But but my passion is so, I don't know the word to say, but there's so many different levels that I want to touch people with. So I just can't do it just one way.
Yeah. Oh, I so get that. I really do. And I can see, I hope that everybody heard the part where you said the way that you were when you started off doing whatever you were doing with FloFIYAH and you coming out of it. It's like a whole, it's a whole life changer. It really is.
Yeah,
It's like a
yeah.
cultural reset. That's like how I say everything.
I like that. I
It's
like that.
it's like a cultural reset, and I feel as if FloFIYAH has done so much for all of the different communities that it's impacted, that anyone who even just takes a glance at all of the work FloFIYAH has done is immediately sold, which is one
Thank
of
you.
the no problem. I'm actually just kind of like stating the facts of it. Like anyone that looks at FloFIYAH's work will see all of the passion that's behind it, which is one of the reasons why I'm so excited that I got to have you on today to speak about FloFIYAH, especially during Women's History Month, because you are one of the most powerful women I know.
Thank you.
It
Thank you.
just because the way that have inspired me throughout my life of knowing you, the way that I know
Yeah.
that you are just inspiring the viewers of Teendom Talk Show right now just by speaking about this fantastic company, this fantastic business that you have built from the ground up. It just has me like ready to conquer the world every time after I have a single conversation with you. like it
Awesome. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much.
Like that's the full honesty of it. And one thing that I want to know from your perspective is how do you hope that you and FloFIYAH can continue to help different communities and inspire others throughout the work that you do?
So, how you said, how do I think?
Yeah, how do you think and how do you hope? How do you aspire to
Oh, gotcha. I
help?
hope to bring Flow Fire to more than just our neighboring community. I really want to take it out state, which I have been, but I want to take it kind of global.
Oh,
um, I want to be able to provide services and programs, events and experiences in other places, not just Chicago, New York, Atlanta. I mean, Florida. Like,
mhm.
I'd love to go and do things in Haiti because I'm
Yeah.
Haitian descent.
Mhm.
Um, but some of the things that I hope to do with FloFire is really just have a little bit, have a lot more exposure and build it so that there's individuals that are able to come and like train under us, like
Mhm.
having a training kind of network so that people can continue our mission
Yeah.
outside of just who we are right now. So I just, to be able to expand it in other, like I said, in other communities is one of my definite focus, and the other one is to collaborate with other businesses that have and are generating the same kind of energy.
Oh, I love it. 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 And it is gonna happen. It's not
Mhm.
like, oh, it's not even, oh, I hope. It's an I will. It
Oh,
will.
come on.
It will. It will.
Thank you.
We know I am so looking forward for everything that FloFIYAH has going on. For anyone that wants to check out FloFIYAH's work, do you mind telling us where people can check it out, where people can check you out so they can make sure to stay as updated as possible? Because I know everyone watching wants to stay updated.
Absolutely. You can visit me, my company, and on my website at flofiyah.com.
Ooh,
Flofiyah.com. And let me spell that as FLOFIYAH. I also have different platforms on social media. So there's an IG page of FloFIYAH LLC. There's also a Facebook page on FloFIYAH, or you can also follow Mz.Flo, Mz.Flo, on Instagram as well. If I may, can I just add two more things?
yes, of course, of course.
Okay, so along with FloFIYAH and having this entertainment aspect and this artistic aspect within artistic in the artistic space and realm, FloFIYAH also has a non-for-profit which is called Feed, Fire Edifying, Empowering, and Developing, and it's also all about the transformation of healing through conversations, through different engagement. But this is really the art of conversation. That's what that one is all about. We're working with teens, we're working with men, we're working with women, and so we are very into the community and trying to do more things where it doesn't have to be dance. So it's just women coming together and sharing and expressing themselves and having an opportunity to really be free in that space. And so that is one of the things that I wanted to do. I wanted to talk to you guys about and like share with your audience.
Mhm.
And my second thing is, since we're talking about the month and the month being Women's Month, I wanted to shout out a program, a series that I will be showcasing. It's called Women of Fire, and it will be on YouTube. It will be on Instagram. It's
Oh,
coming up. Women of Fire. Women of Fire there are interviews that I did during the pandemic, which is so crazy, right?
wow.
During the pandemic, and so they will be. It will be launched in May. Mother's Day, I believe that's when I'm launching it. So don't quote me on that, people. I know your audience members are true to you and true to what you got going on, but
On that time frame. We don't like,
it's around May, and
yeah.
it's we interviewed some really fantastic women who are entrepreneurs, who are doing and who have been the first to do whatever they're doing in their realm of business. And I wanted to give an opportunity to really showcase these women, and show what they're doing and show what they're about, and let everybody know why I felt that they were a woman of fire. So
Mm.
stay tuned.
Oh,
This
every
is the first time I'm talking about it. So
oh my gosh,
I,
we got a Teendom exclusive.
yes, I haven't said that to anybody, nor have I even mentioned it on online yet.
Oh my gosh, everyone. We just got a FloFIYAH exclusive. We
I didn't even think about that.
are VIP. Everybody, make sure
Yeah.
to not only just check out FloFIYAH, but make sure to check out the non-for-profit feed and make sure to check out coming soon, Women of Fire. Oh, that is
Yes.
so exciting. I am so excited. Everyone, mark your calendars for around the Mother's Day time in
Yes.
May to check out for when Women of Fire is coming out. I'm so excited and I'm so proud
Thank
of you.
you.
I'm so
Thank
excited
you.
for
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
everything. I'm so
Thank
looking
you.
forward to it. And I know I'm like about to mark my calendar. I have my calendar up on my laptop right now. So I'm going to mark for around May so I can make sure to check it out. And also, all of the social medias that you listed, websites will be in the description of this Teendom Talk Show episode. So make sure once you finish watching to go and check out FloFIYAH. Make sure to check out Mz.Flo, feed,
Thank you.
check out the upcoming Women of Fire. That is so exciting. once again.
Thank you.
I just want to thank you so much for coming on here.
Oh, thank
I'm
you.
so excited to talk to you again. It has been a little bit since we've had a chat, and
I know.
I love you so much. You are so
Oh, me too.
you are
I'm
so
so proud of you. I am so proud of you. I was proud of you at 7. But I've seen your growth and what you're doing. It's incredible. And you are inspiring so many young people and older people. And I think that it's important that you continue to have a voice and you allow other people to have a voice. So this is impactful. And you know what? You have a beautiful spirit and it resonates when you do these interviews. So keep up the good work. Mom and Dad, you did a great job.
Thank you so much. And I know I have to say this to the audience, every single time my mom sees Mz.Flo, she always has to make sure to thank her for helping me learn how to move my shoulders.
Oh,
That I was 9 years Mz.Flo. Oh, and when I always say like she helped me get my life, she always told me in dance, Avery, you need to get your life. And, and she said during a recital, during a hip hop performance that I did, I just heard her scream backstage, "You got your life, Avery!"
you remember that?
It sticks with me all of the time.
Oh my God, I remember. You got your life, Avery. Oh my God. Come on. My dog is like,
Oh my gosh. Oh,
yes. Oh, I'm glad you got your life. 1 second. Wait, 1 second.
oh,
Sorry.
oh, no problem. I just had to let the audience know, like Mz.Flo has been helping me since I
You
was.
get your life together?
She's been helping me get my life since day one, and she just has been doing so much. Thank you so much. I'm so excited that we got to have you on, and we got a little VIP Teendom Talk
I
Show.
know. Can you believe that? Like I didn't even think about it. It just came out when you said women's month, and I was just like, oh, I should really say this. And then I realized I haven't said that to anybody. I haven't even posted that. So yeah, it is definitely an exclusive.
Oh, guys, keep your eyes peeled. That's all I can say.
In April, we're gonna have a couple of sizzle reel. Like every
Oh,
Friday in April, you'll be able to get a little sneak peek.
oh, that's
So
coming up soon too. So everyone, stay ready. Be ready. I don't even know if you are ready, but be ready. Be ready. Thank you so much, Mz.Flo. Have
you're
a great
welcome.
rest of your night, and thank you for being on Teendom Talk Show with me.
Yes, congratulations. You're the best. You're the bomb. You got your life.
Thank you so much. Let's get back
Okay.
on into the show, everyone. Okay, so first, I just what happened to my hair? Okay. So first off, I just really want to thank Mz.Flo so much again for being on Teendom Talk Show. I love her. I love FloFIYAH. And when I tell you guys, FloFIYAH is the bomb. They are such a dope artistic space that has been doing so much. You heard about her doing the Women of FIYAH soon. So keep your eyes peeled come Mother's Day, because you guys never know what you may see. I'm just so excited. I'm sure that there's so many wonderful women that are a part of that project, including her who is created it. So I'm just so looking forward to that. And also, as she mentioned, make sure to check out Feed, the nonprofit community enrichment piece of FloFIYAH. Let me screen share that part of the website right now so you all can make sure to check it out, because they are awesome as well. I'm so glad that she mentioned it. On the FloFIYAH website, that is also in the description of this Teendom Talk Show episode, there is a little section that says Feed, where you can learn more about the nonprofit piece and just all the different creative projects that they are doing, especially within the community that is hoping to expand very soon. And make sure to just check out FloFIYAH on all social media platforms, on Instagram, on Facebook. You can check out Mz.Flo on Instagram and Facebook as well, their website. Make sure to do all of that so you can officially become FIYAHified. I just came up with that in my head right now. It's kind of cringy, but that's just what it is. Thank you once again so much to Mz.Flo and FloFIYAH for everything that you were doing in the community. And thank you all for sitting with us tonight and watching this week's Teendom Talk Show episode. I had such a great time, and I love being able to just share everything Mz.Flo is doing with you all. I really hope that you enjoy. Also, one thing that I want to mention before we hop off is that the 2-year Teendom Talk Show anniversary is coming up very, very, very soon, sooner than I can even comprehend. It is in like 2 or 3 weeks, which is crazy to me. That has already been 2 years. So one thing that I just want to bring up, you can go on my Instagram at Ask Avery K. I will be putting some polls out there asking what are some things that you want to see from Teendom Talk Show going into this new chapter, and also any special things that you may want to see for our 2-year anniversary, because I definitely want to do a fantastic show for you all that you will enjoy. That is very special to mark year 2 of Teendom Talk Show. Once again, I cannot even fathom that it has been 2 years already. But thank you so much for watching this week's episode of Teendom Talk Show. Make sure to like, subscribe, hit post notifications, comment down below your favorite dance style, share with family and friends, and just do all of that jazz to officially become a part of the Teendom. Thank you so much again, and have a great rest of your night, everybody. We will see you back here soon. Bye.